Hey everyone, Jason here again. Welcome back to my knot channel. In this video, we're going to have a look at 5 fixed loop variations of the trucker's hitch. The first fixed loop trucker's hitch is probably the most common variation of this knot, although it's not necessarily the best. It's the overhand loop trucker's hitch. Some people might just freak out when they see this one shown in the video, and that's okay. The argument will be that the overhand knot is extremely difficult to untie after it's been heavily loaded. And this is true, but there are some cases when the trucker's hitch will not be untied or not untied completely, and in these cases, the overhand loop is completely suitable. The second trucker's hitch variation is tied with the cousin of the overhand loop, and it's the figure 8. Specifically, this is a directional figure 8 or inline figure 8 because it's tied midway on a working line and has the special feature that it sits pointing in the direction that we're working in. This feature makes it a great option for the loop in a trucker's hitch. The inline figure 8 is also slightly easier to untie compared to the overhand loop. Our third fixed loop trucker's hitch uses the bowline knot to form our loop, and specifically, this is the bowline on a bite because it's tied midway on our line. Not everyone's going to know how to tie the bowline on a bite, but this is a knot that's worth learning. It provides a very secure fixed loop with 2 loops, which makes it quite a robust loop knot. As with the common bowline, the bowline on a bite is easily untied, even after it's been heavily loaded. Our fourth option is another popular midline loop knot, and it's the Alpine butterfly. One of the advantages of using this knot is that it's relatively easy to untie after it's heavily loaded, and it's another great midline loop knot to know because it can also be used to tie around a weak part of its own line, forming a sort of temporary patch. A good knot to know and to practice. Number 5, and last in our list of trucker's hitches, is probably more common in some farming locations. It's the farmer's loop, and it's tied very similarly to an Alpine butterfly loop, and also creates a fixed loop midline that we can work off of. These fixed loop knots are all great knots to know, and we can practice them by applying them in compound knots like the trucker's hitch. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.